bang. What up? It's good. It's Poppington. What's happening? World's strongest hustler. King Bumpeveli Johnson. Bang bang 4K TV. Know what I mean? What's the vibing tens? What's happening? I know what's happening. But what's up though? Early in the morning, man. I said, let me get on here early while I got some time. I said, I was taking some pictures and shit. I was supposed to have like a oh, let me see something too. I was supposed to have like a, let me see if I could do something. No, we can start that. Let me just put this real fast. Ask this question. I'm starting a little Q&A and all that. I'm just horsing around with some of this stuff on here. Sometimes you don't be knowing. Yo. All right, my fault. I'm back at it. Let me see. There was some trying to get the chats. What does that mean? Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do it like that. Cause I'll be seeing my messages and all that. My fault, yeah. I'm just trying to get. What's this? Let me just see what else. Ah, let me see what else. Ah, let me put this. Let me put that. Alright. Alright, so I shared that. I don't know what else. I just want to make sure I'm on all platforms and all that. World Strongest Hustler, Bang Bang TV. I know we horsing around. Seems like it's a lot of horsing. Um, it's a lot of horsing around, but it's all right. So what's good though? Listen. This is what we gonna do, right? I'ma sit here and we gonna watch some of this reckoning joint. You know what I mean? Everybody talking about the reckoning. Everybody talking about the P Diddy, Sean Combs, P Diddy, Diddy Bop, whatever they calling them nowadays. But can I move this? Yeah, can I move that somewhere like down? I don't like how that shit's right there. I'm about to delete that. All right, I had a question up there, but it's blocking my face. I can't see. Anyway, World Strongest Sus, what's good though, man? It's morning time. It's a Friday. You know what I'm saying? Top of the Friday to everybody who's in effect. What's up to everybody that's a part of the hip hop culture? Everybody's a part of the culture. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I feel like I have a lot of young people on my page. I need a little couple of older motherfuckers to get up on because, you know what I mean? This is why I don't try to entertain the youth as far as the entertainment that I'm in because they weren't there. So it be like the things that we care about, they don't care about. And I'm starting to learn that a lot. Like the things that we care about, the Diddy and Big, all that shit, the stuff we really care about, they don't care about. They care about a whole bunch of other different things. So I need the motherfuckers that from my era kind of grew up in there, older, younger, to be tapped in because the young people don't really care about this right here. So let me go into it, right? So 50 Cent drops the documentary. Pardon me, y'all. Main TV, we got smoke. 50 Cent drops a documentary called Sean Combs The Reckoning. Now, it's been a lot of mixed reviews on the documentary, right? That's one. Um, the mixed reviews is either, and it's not really mixed reviews because everybody watching it. Shit became number one on Netflix. It's the number one watch content right now on Netflix. You feel what I'm saying? Like it just surpassed Stranger Things. Stranger Things was number one just now, and then Diddy drops this. They just dropped this joint, and now it's number one. Know what I mean? So everybody Paul himself. Everybody from everybody was worried about so many of the wrong things. Now mind you, let me just say this. This documentary right here, I've watched all the Diddy joints. Like Tubi, if you want to watch some Diddy joints, you can go to Tubi. Tubi has all the joints. Now mind you, this is what had me kind of start rock with Diddy, right? Cause you like once you watch those, and if you're smart, you're saying, I'm gonna change sides too. If you smart, you're saying these documentaries on Tubi is bull. The people on there is lying. You can tell they got paid to say stuff. People be lying. So it makes you not really respect the documentaries. After a while, you start the documentaries to me, except for one. Here's where it gets tricky. We're gonna go into it. The documentaries was corny except for one of them. Like maybe the last one was I think set off this one. So they put out different documentaries on Diddy, and it just sounded trash. It made it seem like he was gonna win. It made him seem like he didn't really do nothing that bad, and if he did, they don't have the proper proof to, you know what I'm saying, to get him convicted of anything. That's what it felt like when you watch these documentaries. But there was this one documentary on Tubi, one that was like, oh, all right, this might be it, son. Like, this might be the one that's gonna have niggas like, oh, because he had the friends in there. See, the other documentary, it got randoms. It got a lot of random people. Oh, I used to be there. I went to the Diddy party. All this random. You had his two best friends that he grew up with in Mount Vernon that helped him start Bad Boy Records. So that makes you go, oh, nah, wait a minute, man. This is a little different. This ain't the horseplay that we watched with the other three or two or whatever that was out. This is kind of serious. So when you're watching it, some of the shit that they're saying, you like, oh shit. It kind of opens your eyes. That one was scary, but that one on Tubi was scary. It could, because it could be something, right? It seemed like it's something. It was saying something. I watched it a little bit more. I had a little bit more information that I didn't hear. Now let me do this right here quick. I gotta make sure I do this. Shout out to I call him Big Brother Gene. Gene Gill, man. Shout out to Gene Gill, man. Gene Dill, right? Gene Dill. Big Brother Gene Dill. I call him Big Brother Gene, or sometimes I call him Uncle Gene. It depends. You know, when you have people older than me, see, they either Big Brother or Uncle. I don't do old Uncle. They be either Big Brother or Uncle. I don't do Unc that much because he could be old enough to be my big brother. You know what I'm saying? So he either Big Brother or Uncle Gene. Shout out to him. Let me tell you something. Since this thing started, Gene Dill been putting out all the information. Gene Dill been giving out all this information for a long time. At first, when I first got whiff of I put it like this. I call it the bodyguard season. When everybody bodyguard was bugging out, Jay, Gene, I guess we would say Beyonce's bodyguards more. When the bodyguards started acting like they want to tell all the information, right around that time, it made you skeptical because um some of them would get fired for some bullshit reason, some of them quit for some bullshit reason. Um, but let me be honest with y'all. No matter what documentary I've watched, no matter what I've heard, probably other than Gene Deal, I want to make sure I'm saying this right. I mean, I would count Miss Jaguar right, but all the information really came from Gene. I can't lie. No, the rest of the information did come from Jaguar, and then everybody else cleaned up. You feel what I'm saying? But to me, Gene set it off. He's the one that been saying all the stuff. And to me, between Jaguar and Gene, out of everybody, I think those are the only two was that wasn't doing it for money. They weren't putting out this message for money. Diddy didn't owe him any bread. It was no like back pay, didn't pay them. It was none of that. They're just doing what they're doing. Everybody else he owed a bad to. Everybody else on these documentaries, unless they were paid to say something, he either owed money or did filthy. You know what I'm saying? Now, this documentary to me, it just it just makes him look very snaky, very slick, um, calculated, and no matter how much pretty and this and that and the third, it's a little scary. Diddy's a little scary now. The scary part is, for me, as a street dude, that Diddy a bust is gone. Shout out to Jim Jones. Jim Jones knew that nigga was. He probably had the hammer on him when every time he seen Jim. If he had that security, so Jim like, what's nigga got the strap on him? All right, this nigga Diddy not play. He claps on. But here's where it gets for me. So for me, we don't care about. I don't care about the party, right? I don't care about. Not to say I don't care about any victims or anybody that was hurt or abused or whatever by him. I'm not really tapped into that because if you really look on my page here, especially here, we don't got no Diddy stuff up. We ain't really entertaining. Now Facebook, you go to my Facebook, we entertain the jokes. We didn't entertain a lot of the story. We entertained the jokes. Even me, I'm not gonna act like I was like anti Diddy. My mom's never been a. You know how foreign people. My mom's is foreign, but not foreign, but foreign. Foreign people have a. They know when something ain't right. For some reason, they're weird. Like his mother, like his mom's was not feeling Diddy. Like Biggie's mom's wasn't feeling Diddy the whole time. Like once again, before we had this thing here and scrolled up, we didn't mind looking into a magazine. We didn't mind seeing an article somewhere and giving it a good read. We didn't mind picking up some other hip hop magazine from somewhere else, and then there's a story about Biggie Mom's not respecting Diddy. There's a lot of little stories where she don't. If you put it all together, she didn't rock with him. She didn't like him. My son died in your hands. When I met your son, or when she met Diddy, she didn't like him. Right? My mom's the same way. She says, I don't like him. I just be like, why? She's like, I just don't like him. She never met him. We never met Diddy, so it's not a personal. But as a fan, my mother just, and it's not a fan. She just don't like him. She couldn't tell you what the problem was. So my mom didn't like him at all. But that's neither here nor there. So for me, like I said, it's not about the Cassie thing with me because he paid for that. Like that shit was done. Um, It's not about the corny ass parties that never happened with all these stories that everybody had that still never. No matter what that documentary said, if you didn't see it, it's on Netflix. No matter what's in that documentary, there's nothing about a party with people and Jay-Z being naked or some crazy stories that people be telling. None of that's happened. And I don't really care if it did. I was defending it. Like, yo, he not allowed to get crazy in his house. Like, so he having a party and someone's not allowed to get necked in the bathroom because, you understand what I'm saying? That's where I was at with it. My gripe with him right now is the fact that they're saying, and for me, as a fan again who's been following, you got to remember, y'all, like I said, I know y'all like, who is this dude? Listen, I'm a student of Greg Nice from Nice and Smooth, the OGs from Nice and Smooth, the group, right? Regardless of the fact of what position they're in, they were in the music game. So when you're following somebody and you're paying good attention to the music game, you'll know what's going on. So from a conversation that I had with that man about Tupac before he even died to now makes things make a little more sense, right? All right. So my problem, my gripe with Mr. Combs is, did you get my mans in them killed? Like, did you get my son smoked? Did you get both of my sons smoked? Is that what you did? Like, your slick ways and horseplay got two dudes smoked? Like, is that what's going on? Because that's what it sounded like. That's the part that got me tight. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. Like, now, so I don't know if I'm allowed to do this. See, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to. I'm gonna try. I hope I don't get blocked or nothing. I had put up the joint about, and then that's another thing, boy. They don't play like y'all don't even know. I had put up the joint about Diddy. I put something up about Diddy, and they made me take it down. Like they blocked my whole shit. Like I put something, I forgot what it was about. I put it up and they ain't let it rock. I had to take the shit down. So all right, cool. My sponsor. Just in case y'all want to know, it's my sponsor right here. It's my sponsor. Upstate shit. That's my sponsor for that. If you want to know what I'm smoking, that's my sponsor. Both, I got mixture going on. Anyway, top of the morning to you. World's Strongest Hustler, Bang Bang HD, Bang Bang 4K TV. Check out everything on the page. Like and subscribe, man. Please watch these joints. Because I be dropping jewels and these niggas be stealing my jewelry. They be heisting me for some of the jewelry I be talking about. So you come here first, you be like, what are you talking about? And then you later on, you hear these niggas having the same conversation. So maybe it's the way I say it sometimes. You're like, it's playing around. But I'm telling you, all right, don't believe in me like Jada Pickett, new Pac. Anyway, let's get back to it. So, um, my gripe is the fact that, yo, son, you got my big bro killed because of jealousy? Now, I want to watch this documentary with y'all saying here because, and I'm not going to show it. I'm going to let you hear it. So we're gonna have like a real reaction to it. I want to give it. So it's like this is like a reaction live video of the parts out because it's upsetting, bro. Let's go do this, man. I gotta go do this. Let's go do this, man. Let's go set up. You ain't gonna see nothing like this again. True fan reaction to this shit. Like, I hope my lighting is decent. Okay, lighting decent. Alright, we gonna try to watch this joint, right? I hope y'all can hear it. And like I said, I'm gonna be stopping it and saying stuff in between. Cause I'm not playing it so y'all can hear it and be listening to it. I'm playing it to, you know what I mean? Let's get it. World's Strongest Hustler, man. Bang Bang 4K TV. Monster. Alright, let's get going. Puff is in this position where he has all this turmoil, but he's not at the point where he's saying where I went wrong. See, another thing is too, like, when you watch this, you can kind of see how he's not he's not in his right state of mind. That's one. All right, this is Tupac cousin talking. Shit on my cool beat. Watch. Greg Mack, my nigga. Check out that record I got called Craig Mack. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk over. I got to talk over just in case that the you know what I mean. I want to cover the background with the talking. All right.
One time, Sean was in his office. I'm in a little cubby hole around the
Listen.
corner. Buzzes me. So I get up and I go in with my papers and go. A girl is giving him a blowjob at the desk. He wanted me to see that. He wanted me to see her face. And then he was able to get her to do that right then and there in the office. She leaves. What did you want me for? I didn't want you for anything. That was the beginning for me to see this is what's going on here.
All right. Hold up. Hold up.
So the seeds for all of this was early on. And that came from people in the industry
Listen.
co-signing his activity because it brought money in.
Right.
That whole bad boy thing was so big.
Uh huh.
Faith had total.
Bro, you gotta understand. He had the fucking squad.
Was it consistent? Back
He,
to back to back to back.
bro, he had it on Smash. I
Get
can't
you
lie.
into a day in the life of Puff Daddy.
Listen.
Gets up from wherever he stayed that night.
Right.
Heads to the office 2 hours later. You might have somebody pulling him over saying, hey, ain't you in that video? Ain't that you? Oh, yo, here go a demo. You know, oh, what's up, Puff? How you doing, baby, bro? Had the big baseball bat cell phones. Your phone might ring. Such and such is on the phone calling from jail. Yo, I'm coming home. You might have a group standing in front of the office, already with the microphone, ready to sing, you love me, I love, just to get their shot at Puffy. Everybody wants to see him. He is now the new gateway into music.
He's the gatekeeper. He's the
All
gatekeeper.
this power and money you're getting now, and play by the rules? No, I'm the rule now. I am the exception to the rule.
You know what I'm saying? So think about it. Like, so you got all this power. You think about it. Let's chill, because everybody want to be a analyst and all that. Jump in his shoes. Now I'm not, and it's nothing to do with crazy shit. I'm just talking about like right now this position. Jump in his shoes real fast. You popping. You lit. Yo, you is lit, right? Records is crazy. Everywhere they keep booking you for shows. Your records is on the radio. People keep asking about your artist. People are now. This you just had a regular life, right? Within the months of you working, some of y'all artists can, like, if you're an artist, you understand. So from an artist point of view, if you're an artist, you really understand. If you're a fan and you've never really done music, you won't. But for an artist, imagine you're doing what you're doing, how you're doing it, videos you're doing, and things are starting to work, right? It's starting to work so good that people are pulling up on you. Yo, what's good, yo? Ain't you? Yo, you was in, yo, you put the yo, I got the demo. So I try it out. Whoa, whoa, I'm nice. Me and my man, we rapping DJs. Holla at me, the numbers on there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's how it used to go with demos. I ain't gonna lie to you. Demo, the names on the numbers on the demo, on the back of the tape, and then nigga keep it put. That's happened to you every day though, everywhere you go. Now you go to your little office that you hooked up for yourself, so you have a little office or some music shit. And when you get there, and you start to walk into your building, you see like three girls standing in front of there, and they're going, "Hey, we're named Night Heat. We can sing," and they start singing for you. And then that keeps happening. And 3 weeks go by. Now it's a line of people. Now people is called, the homies is calling your phone. Yo, bro, it's me. You know, I finished my time. I'm lit. I'm coming to work, baby. Got me? You know what I'm saying? So he had a lot going on very fast because he was really, really popping. I can't lie. Like I said, Diddy is, and if you like, you don't understand. That's why I said music always been like that, y'all. Like it's always been the streets. I really feel like this is my side opinion from this shit right here too, but it all ties in because everything I say is gonna tie into a lot of this shit. You know what Diddy did? You know what he had did at first? Let me tell you what he did. He's a slick one. See, I can tell you the slick move. Now that we know that he's slick, I can say these things out loud. If y'all gonna believe all the other stuff that he did, music wise and business wise and all that other mentality wise, I should be able to say my opinion and it should definitely make sense, right? Because I ain't gonna say nothing crazy. It's just now it's more like, oh shit, he's and we now that we know he's like that. If you watch the documentary, it's called Sean Combs The Reckoning. It's on Netflix. Hope I'm not getting in trouble for promoting it. Produced by 50 Cent, and it's really hitting home. Like everybody's like really, it's most talked about right now. I've watched it 2 to 3 times. This will be my third time watching it, and my first time giving an opinion on it. Um, but damn, I forgot my train of thought. Let's go back into it though. Let's go back into it. I forgot my train of thought. Let's go back into it though. Got the company.
One day, it seemed like out of the blue, my door opens up. Sean walks in. He had a baseball bat.
This is
He
listen.
had a big attache case suitcase with the snaps on it. The stocks were there. We had a fucking hustle. We had a grind. Do your job. Whatever your... He wanted me to sign my 25% over.
It's his best friend.
He's over me like this.
He says
wants to
over him with a
stop
bat like this,
He wants it now.
and he wants to his 25%.
Yeah, I can't do that, man. He said, there's a business deal I need to take care of. I need to do this. I need to get this all on one side, but I'll give it back to you. I'm going to give it back to you.
I don't know.
Until I did. People always say to me, why would you do that? Like, why did you do that? Like, that was,
This
I didn't want to give it back. I wanted to stay in good graces. I still wanted to be at the company. It wasn't like he was firing me.
see here's what this is why I be saying about the music and us as a people. Cause here's the problem, and here's why, like we always be like, situations come up, right, and niggas be like, yo, um, like, damn, bro, I'm trying to explain it without having to sound crazy. People, people get into a position, right, and they don't want to lose their position. They feel like they close enough to their position. So for instance, let's say I wanted to be a manager, right? And I get in position, right? Pause. I get into position. I get in pause again. Super pause. I position. It all sound crazy. I give myself why I want to. Why I think I want to be at least close to it, right? I get an artist a song. I get in the game. I got an office. Things is kind of going like it's working. Whatever's happening with it, and then it's threatened to be taken away from you. You enjoying doing what you're doing, getting the calls, you doing whatever. You enjoying it, like you're not mad at it. It's work. It's work, and it's work, but it's something you kind of like doing. So it's like, all right, you feel what I'm saying? And it's threatened to be taken away from you, even in the position of being a rapper, in a position of being an actress. So when people, it's like how bad you want it type shit. You dig what I'm trying to say? Like, pardon the cursing, but it's like how bad you really want. Like, do you really want to do this, or it's nothing? You ready to go home, pack it up? And if you pack it up and go home, you might not be able to get back in the way you know what I'm saying, like as easy, depending on what you did and you know what I'm saying, how you messed with this game though. But so what he's saying is like he gave this man his 25%, And people was like, why you give him the bread? And then because he wanted to stick around, he liked his job. He enjoyed doing the paperwork, doing the day to day, doing this, knowing the information. He enjoyed that. So it's like, damn, I don't wanna get this dude 25, my 25%, and then be done with him. So I'm just giving 25% like it ain't nothing. But he gooned him. Like, he basically said, did he goon him? Even though I ain't gonna lie to you, son. I really don't feel like, um, I really don't feel like he gooned him like that. I really feel like they had into an argument, a good strong one. And Diddy was probably aggressive though, like. But then again, but I don't know because this is his man. Now remind you, we're not talking about some just exec. We're talking about his best friend that he grew up with in Mount Vernon, and they started the company LLC, all that to start Bad Boy. You feel what I'm saying? After he got fired from Uptown Records, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really trying to get to the part with my man, Speed.
But I was definitely confused by it.
I really want to get to my man. I really want to get to the part where it's important at. You know what I'm saying?
And you want it to last. You think about how to make it last.
Yes, Kirk Burroughs. You know what I mean? He sued Diddy in 2003, claimed a breach of contract fraud issue. Alright, here we go.
I thought he was kind of cool at first, and then we started seeing some things. Craig started becoming disenchanted.
I want to congratulate Craig Mack on his Grammy nomination.
I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna tell y'all something about this story right quick,
No, you got
and it's
nominated
gonna
for
make
a Grammy.
so much
He
sense.
had no money.
If you look at Bad Boy didn't sell enough records to explain his wealth.
So, Craig Mack, right? I hope you heard. If you didn't hear it, I explain it. So, when Craig Mack was on Bad Boy, if you really look how Craig Mack was like out of the like he's like it's like dang yo I can't even it's messed up. It's damn near felt like racism, cause y'all didn't want Craig Mack a part of y'all squad because of his look. Didn't go. Biggie big, he fat. He not the prettiest dude, but he has a look to him. Like he has that fat, tough Jamaican. It was a look for in the city back then. Like you had a lot of big fat Jamaican kids who was like mixed American. You know what I mean? Like that. It was a look. I'm telling you, it was like a real street look. Like we had dudes like that in the Bronx. Big fat funny dude, talent. You know what I mean? Got some stuff with him like that'll amaze you. Like we know a lot of dudes like that in the Bronx. So Biggie had a kind of look to him that could kind of, we could make that make sense. They couldn't get Craig Mack to like I don't know. It's just something about the look. It sound fucked up. Excuse my language again, but yeah, it was the look. Cause if you look, he had bleached his skin and all that. Like he had bleached his skin at one time. Craig Mack. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So to slow it down, right? And I've said this before. I don't know if I've ever said it on this platform, but I always try to tell people that Suge Knight's reason for saying what he said and made it so powerful about what he said was that all of New York and all of the music game said the same thing. He just said it out loud. And it was shocking because people, I guess, we've never really seen anybody like call somebody out like that before. Like we never seen like I get a lighter. We never seen nobody like call somebody out on some like it was a subliminal, but it wasn't because we all knew the video. We all knew what's going on. We all had the same. We all had the same idea of we all had the same idea of, yeah, this ain't it. This ain't right. You know what I'm saying? We all had the same idea of this ain't right. This ain't it. This is not it. Like, so I don't want to blow it up. Let me just let them explain so I can really get into it. Hold on, let's see. We go ahead. Let's go right here.
But enough artists were on the label that sold enough records to explain as well. Someone's trick was, I'm gonna make you a star. You sign, follow the money. That's what you're gonna try to do as hard as you can. You're
Listen.
gonna try your best, and
Listen.
we know you're gonna try your best.
Listen.
So you signed your deal. We gave you your advance at Uptown. That's the only money the artist has ever seen. That first advance. Andre had to wait. You never saw anything else. Did he pick that up? He made it even tighter. Everything that is you could use the earnings, and now I own everything. You'll go out into the world, and the shell game, you'll be looking for your money for the next 20 years. Sean did that to every artist. You're in the studio, now you have to recoup for being in the studio. Puff owns the studio. And I have 4 sessions with you, only $400,000.
So think about it. If you are an artist, usually you pay for your own studio time, right? Unless you got your man helping pay or whatever, but y'all pay for your own studio time. What he's doing is signing you, right? And you think because he's a record company that I should have access to the studio because how am I gonna do the music you want me to do if I'm not in the studio? Unless I record myself and I'm really that good. But 9 to 10, I had to come to the studio, I had to come to the studio, especially back then. So now I go to the studio and shit, and I'm laying down songs, and I'm spending my time in it, and the whole time you charging me. Like if you go to the studio, they charge you by the hours, 40 an hour, 50 an hour, 60, $100. You know it's different prices for hours in studio. So I'm going to the studio chilling for like 4 hours, and I've been doing that for like a year, and then you're charging me this big ass. You know what I'm saying? Instead of paying for it and recouping the money back, but it's a company. That's yeah. I can't lie. It's business. It's business. But this is what he was doing to the artists, and he wasn't paying them. He was giving them. So what he was saying was, Andre Harrell, right? R.I.P. to Andre Harrell. The way he was giving his record deals on Uptown Records was giving the artists an advance money, and then they're not getting anything else. He found ways to not have to give them their money, but they have to continue to still working as an artist. You dig what I'm saying? So what Diddy did was added more to it. He did something slicker with his contract. Same kind of contract, but even slicker and even pause, even tighter, so they can't get around it. You feel what I'm saying? So he was horsing them around on their money. You know what I mean? So let me see what's going on right here. Let's go. Let's finish this up. Cause I really want to get to the.
If
You know what
Puff
I mean? How long we
records
been
a
on?
song with his artist, he pays himself. If he's in your video, he pays himself.
Insert itself into their videos. A video come on, you like, I hate that guy.
As an artist, you can.
So listen, I'm sorry I keep stopping it, y'all, because I say I got to talk through it anyway. So what he did was what artists are supposed to do. If you're an artist and you know these things, if you're an artist supposed to be paid to be, if you're a certain stature of artist and you're in somebody's video, you gotta pay. You're supposed to pay for a service. Yo, I'm who I am. And you gotta give me a couple of dollars to get in this video right here. You know what I mean? Or the label that I'm signed to is gonna charge you for my appearance, so they can get paid and I can get paid. That's why it's called a business. He'll put himself in a video and get himself paid. Then he owns the studio, which you're paying separately. Because remember, these are separate budgets. He's slick, boy. I do the slick.
Number one, the song is being played all over the nation.
Flavor in
But
your
you
ear.
don't have the money to go to it because you're not making the proper money off of your royalties.
Craig and I hit a point where we
Listen.
fucked up. No money, nothing. Hell, I was getting money from my father to take care of the house. We were all at like somebody's album release Bill.
Diddy is.
You really just don't give a fuck.
I think Sean had an envy for his own artists. He was jealous of their talent and wondering, like, this talent is wasted on people who don't even really know what to do. And if I had that talent and my know-how, wow. That's interesting because a lot of people Puffy's age want to grab this mic and rap, but Puffy, you want to do other things, and you're doing a lot of them.
Now he talk about his skills as a rapper.
Sucks. He has zero talent musically, nothing. He don't know how to discuss. He don't know nothing about R&B. He don't know none of that stuff. He used to ask me to always be there in the sessions because I would tell the truth. I'd be like, that's not it. People would be.
All right. So look, we're not gonna spend too much time. You know what? I'm about to change the name of this one right here. We're gonna call this Diddy. We're gonna call this I'm gonna call it something else. You know what I mean? So when you see the picture and all that's gonna be called something else. But um, like I said before, man, listen, artists. This is for artists too. Like now it's different, I guess. You know what I mean? But just read your contracts. Have somebody read it to have you understand what you signing. And you got to just be careful, man. He was really like, yeah, he's the thing. Diddy was the thing that everybody was scared of as artists. I don't want nobody to steal my stuff. I don't want nobody to. These are the things that you be scared of. He was doing the stuff that made artists scared to sign because you don't want your stuff stolen or used or somebody. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. He's foul. So mind you, Craig Mack said he was broke. Him and this his ex girlfriend, ex wife saying they had no money. The nigga pulled out stacks probably and gave him $100 on his own head. You ain't even give him like five. You gave him 100. Yo, you ain't even give him like five. You ain't even give him like a stack. Like, I'll take this little stack, chill. You gave him $100. They broke, like hungry, homeless. He's saying, well, they wasn't homeless, but they was messed up. They had no money, and we're in the rap game and we can't eat. That's crazy, yo. So look, right? I don't know if I should spend the time on this. Now we're gonna spend the time on this. Let's rock. Let's rock. Let's rock. Like I said before, if I get blocked for playing this, hopefully not. You know what I'm saying? Once again, it's called Sean Combs, The Reckoning. It's on Netflix, produced by 50 Cent. And this is really supposed to be Tupac versus P. Diddy versus Tupac and Suge. But we find out a lot of stuff because it's all connected. It's all connected. We're gonna show you why. It is all connected. So it's not like it don't make sense. Maybe I'm just I'm high or whatever, but it's all connected. So just tap in, tap in, tap in. It's all connected.
You're like, yeah, that was tight. That was tight. I'd be like, looking, like, yo, for real, you got a lot of people who just tell you anything. That sucked. It doesn't sound good and it makes no sense. But he always wanted to be an artist. We about to just drop our R&B stuff. The Puff Daddy album. Yeah, what about the Puff Daddy solo project? Yeah, we don't like to talk about that.
That's Biggie saying that.
Use other methods and ways to get to where he had to go. Big on strategy, big on swag. All of those things became important. When it boiled down to the music, even if I didn't touch it, I showed you what to do. So that's what he was. That whole bad boy was built on him. You cannot take that from him. But I think that Puppy wanted the light like he always wanted. From dancing the whole night, you see anybody that's boasts and loud like that, they want to be in the spotlight.
They want to be in the spotlight.
It wasn't like no secret. That's what he wanted.
6'3", 335-pound Suge Knight has managed to become the head of $100 million record company.
It's the record label at ground zero of the
6'3",
gangsta rap
big homie
phenomenon,
Suge.
Death Row Records. Suge was
Jesus,
about
homie.
that money, but he didn't want to be in that limelight like Puff. He had his own lane.
Watch why it makes sense.
And there are people who are afraid of you. But there are people who are afraid of you. Back in 1988, the person who did the greatest job of protecting me was the head of my security at the time.
Here's where everything is connected. Here's where this thing threw me off. Because if you know some information, some of my hip hop heads, my My 90s head. Everybody knows everybody that's into the industry type shit, right? A lot of us know that Suge Knight, for what we heard, started with Bobby Brown's being Bobby Brown's bodyguard, right? How many of y'all knew that Suge Knight was Al B. Sure's bodyguard? Al B. Sure, if y'all don't know, do your homework. It was a dope R&B artist in the 90s. Yeah, I can tell you how I feel. Fire, right? Fire, light skinned brother, right? Pause. No horse, right? No horse, no weird horse playing, right? So, yeah, like what's that? How do you get to it? No horseplay, right? So his his baby moms is Kim. Who got Kim? I know who Kim is, right? Kim Porter? Oh, alright. Then Sugar's his bodyguard. So, okay. So, alright. I would have never put those two together at all. Bobby was already alright, but I'll be sure? Nah.
Suge Knight. Right now I'm on the Heartbreak Tour with Bobby Brown and New Edition. We about to get on the tour bus, and these dudes came over and they was like talking crazy. Y'all niggas this, y'all niggas that, this. And I seen Suge kind of just turn this way and gave him one of these. Bow like that. And knocked dude down the hill. And it looked like a cartoon. Dude was rolling down the hill. Boom, boom. His Tim's came off. He's a street dude. He's a real street dude. But Suge knew talent and he knew business.
They took me on tour, and I learned how every person who's writing songs is getting beat out their money, like they publishing.
He was able to tell.
See, I ain't gonna lie to you, right? Um, One thing I do want to say about Suge, I'm not gonna say he didn't get nobody out of their money, right? But like Dillinger is the only person that won some money out of Suge, right? I think because a lot of artists had left and just left, and they were so scared they just like left him with the music and the publishing. So that's how he ended up winning because they didn't want it. Like I don't even want to go to court with this dude. I don't even want it. I just start over. Can I start over? Is there a different? Like they know me for that stuff, but I can start over like a different way without even having to. He can keep all that. So that's why Suge got over. um Daz is the only one went back like, man, what? Give me my bag, bugging. So and Daz won. Daz had won. Um, but all that to say, like, I've never really heard too much about. Yeah, I think Snoop too. Now, but niggas left. I think everybody left their bag with Suge. Like, they just left. Like, I think Master P said he did some, figured it out. Don't give me the line, bro. Um, but I say all that to say, in the beginning, I think everybody had a bag. Nah, I'm lying. I think he horsed everybody too. Pawn self. We just go back to it.
Tail that into started Death Row Records. 1, 2, 3 into the funk.
I don't want to play the music, bro. I don't want to get no problems in the back.
Sean had admired Death Row and wanted us to emulate that. And that was my job. How do I make Bad Boy equal the success of Death Row? And of course, my eyes was like this. Death Row, they had a head start.
So, let's make it make sense, right? Yeah, a lot of y'all would think Diddy was first and then they came, but Death Row was first. Then Bad Boy came. And if you even think about it, if you really a fan once again from back in the back, from the land of the lost, you know that Biggie Smalls on those mixtapes used to rhyme over West Coast beats because they wanted to really connect with them. That's why you got the. Damn it. Anyway, so Tupac. Anyway, so with that being said, yeah, that's Dr. Dre from NWA. So you already know who he is. He just with a bunch of new people and it's a new label name. You feel what I'm saying? So they already were popping, like they were popping. Even when New York rappers were popping, before NWA broke up, it was NWA. So now it's just Dr. Dre with a whole new bunch of new people. So they had the head start. They been was out. You know what I mean?
They had artists, they picked superstars up from other indie labels. We're starting off. Me and him were friends. Wow. And yeah, he would pick me up from the airport. You know, I was just networking with the brother and showed me a lot of love. You know, I really had thought we were cool.
Me and Puffy, we used to run around with each other. He was getting in the business, I was in the business.
Living life without fear. Only a few years later, Bad Boy, Death Row. Death Row is the label that pays the two hottest.
Think about the time frame and the oh man, this is crazy, man. This is so crazy, man. So yeah, so and then he's just such every time I watch this joint, I get mad because the only thing about this, I'm mad because of the info. I don't care about the other shit. I don't care about God bless everybody who he did. This is the stuff I care about. Did you do my mans and them dirty? And as you're watching it, it's so many people connected. It's so many things that connect the dots to all the other stuff that we didn't know. As far as this situation with the bad boy, death row, east, west, how everything goes. And so I'm just gonna do like this. I'm trying not to blow it up because a lot of y'all might not have seen this documentary yet. But through the documentary, what I've learned, this is my personal opinion, this guy's snaky. He wants to be your friend and get close to you to see what's up with you. So you try to check your temperature, see what you got going on. And then once he figure out what you got going on, he want to find a way to either emulate it or some kind of backstabby. Take your girl. Like he just got some stuff with him. That's why. And then it made so much sense when I with 50. I'm oh man, you gotta watch this documentary. I'm not gonna lie to you. You gotta watch the documentary. He tried to do a cease and desist, I heard, but I heard they can't do that. The footage that the footage of him, that's in here, is him talking about. It's up to date. It's not up to date, but it's like when he was before he got arrested. They were filming. He was filming himself. Somebody was filming him, but you know he's filming himself or whatever. If that was a kid, somebody gave that little young man a bag and told him go about his business. They will give you 50,000. Yes, yep. Here, Diddy, here you go. Here you go. Take it. You know what I mean? Because he get in jail. I got all this. I got this little bit of. It's only. It's not that much footage. It ain't nothing crazy. Like, let me see. I don't think there was nothing crazy on there really, except for him and Justin was smoking weed together and stuff. But let's go ahead and keep going. We about to be out of here soon.
Able,
My fault, y'all.
but I would look over at Death Row and say they're taking care of their artists better than we are.
That's why I had said what I was about. I said before about Suge not robbing anybody. Um, so remember So this is his guy, who Kurt Burrows, who was controlling everything. Like the guy who was over, he was over with a bat. It's still his man. He's still working, and that's how the music came in sometimes. So some of you young artists, I see, y'all kind of smart, but I don't know if they do it the way y'all try. So they be like, they'll say, my artist is. I just found this out too. Like when they go in the rooms, they'll say, they're the next Death Row. He's the next like Tupac and somebody. They say it. She's the next Cardi and Nicki. He's the next. My artist is like a mix of. They do that, and then so the person get an idea of what you know what I'm saying, what the artist is bringing to the table, and they do. I guess they do it with labels. We trying to be. We're kind of like Death Row and three. You know what I mean, 3 6 Mafia Records or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. All right, so what he did was emulate everything that Death Row did. He did. You know what I'm saying?
In your head, fuck the artist. And my thing was opposite. It's about me and my people. Fuck you.
Craig wasn't happy there.
Watch this.
Death Row was courting him because Suge was opening up a Death Row East, and it was found out. Yes.
Watch. Watch. Watch.
The Source Awards was happening in New York City.
Watch. Now it makes sense. Watch.
And behind the scenes, people were running back and forth to the next dressing room, which were in trailers parked outside of Madison Square Garden.
How important is it to have the Source Award? Let me just wait and find it. You got that? Oh, man, who's banging on the door like that? Well, now, dog, what is the deal, man? Keep the door closed.
And it escalated with words from the podium at the awards show.
Any artists out there want to be an artist and want to stay a star and don't have to worry about the executive producer trying to be all in the video, all on the record, dancing. Come to Death Row.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you once again why this statement was such a strong statement. And let me explain why what was just said before they showed this footage makes it make way more sense. So, son, right? Basically, Craig Mack not doing good, right? That record, Me and Puff, that's what it's called. Puff is all through this video dancing. You seeing more Puff than you seeing Craig Mack. The song was fire. Everybody was feeling this record. But I remember as a fan, I swear it's like yesterday, yo fam, y'all niggas bugging. Slap your face. Check this out, right? I'm getting hyped now. I'm getting to my shit. I'm getting off of journalist shit. Listen, the record fire. I already had the Craig Mack joint, right? Whole tape fire. I love the Craig Mack's album. It was fire. Like, he had some good music. Like, even when you try to be on your, because I'm one of them guys that I'll listen and be like, all right, here we go, because you got to do more, you got to say more stuff. So, and it was good. And this whole album was done. I was like, oh, it was a good album. I like Craig Mack album. It was fire. So it's the song called Me and Puff. Everybody liked the record. It's already playing. We waiting for the video. Everybody said, if this dude is dancing on the video, man, it's over, bro. He not letting son eat something. It was that energy. So what we finding out now is, so when Craig Mack was broke, right? And like he said, him and his wife said they had no bread, right? Suge Knight already, and during this time, already started a Death Row East, right? Around this time. Yeah, Pac. So we started Death Row East. So that's that line he said that we just heard, because he was trying to sign Craig Mack and try to get him on Death Row. That's what that was about. He was trying to get Craig Mack on Death Row. So it basically was an open state because he already had Pac. He said he had, shout out to Pac, and then he wanted Craig Mack to be on. So that's what that was about. But everybody in New York, I remember the day listen, I didn't get to see it. So it's like I'm a front. Yo, I watched it, I saw it. Nah, I was young. Remember, I'm young now. I'm young. This was 95. If it was 95, I was outside a little bit, but I was still young. I was in my teens. As I say that, I was in my teens. And old enough teens, not old enough to understand what was going on. And like I told you, I'm watching Video Music Box, and I saw the video, and I was so mad. I think we all came outside. Because, you know, back in the day, see, like I said, everybody be on their phone. I used to be outside. So Video Music Box go off, and you can come outside after your cartoons and all your special stuff in Video Music Box. If you were tapped in, you outside now. You on your phone, calling your friends, all kinds of stuff. And we talking about these things. Or I go outside downstairs. And we all talking about Diddy dancing through the video. Why is he all through the video dancing? We were upset. So when Suge said it, for us in the street, it was like, oh, he said it? Who's Suge Knight? That's what made it crazy. Like if Method Man would have said it, or Nas or somebody from New York would have said it, it would have made it more dope. But niggas was chilling. Suge, a whole nother guy from the West Coast that we don't know who he is, up there with Danny Boy, and he makes this statement, and it was like, oh, but then on top of it, in reality, what they're saying was, Suge Knight wanted to sign Craig Mack. So let me just put this out there, let y'all know, like we know to dance through your whole song. We ain't trying to dance through your whole song. You know what I mean? And think, look, are you ready? As I'm playing it, people are clapping. You know that, right? So they whooping. So Death Row and them is like woo, whatever. But every you hear people clapping. You literally hear people, mad people clapping. Brother, check this out. So the walls says, all right.
Made about a little bit earlier. But check this out. Contrary to what other people may feel, I would like to say that I'm very proud of Dr. Dre for their accomplishments. You know what I'm saying? I'm a positive black man, and I make music to bring us together, not to separate us. And all this East and West that needs to stop. So give it up for everybody from the East and the West that won tonight. One love.
Sean wants to present strength. He
You
wants to
be
show
right.
coolness.
Right.
And then there's a side of him that's all out dark.
Right.
He processes things differently.
Right.
He remembers every slight.
I told you.
Once again, y'all, please give it up for all the nominees.
Your man, yo. Watch this. Watch this. And we're going to leave after this.
Before I signed with Bad Boy, I was working at the door of the club in Platinum
Listen.
House. Every Friday we had a Bad Boy party. So Puff was there. Suge Knight came that night with his friend Jake.
Listen.
And I was working the door. Suge was looking for Puff.
Sean would try to go after people's side chicks. Like a girl in Atlanta that Suge was dealing with. Sean wanted me to take $50,000 out of the overhead account so he could buy her a diamond necklace, wooing her because she was Suge's side piece in Atlanta when he came there.
All right.
Police officer in a real police uniform came and got on the scene. But man, you touch the homie, we gonna tear this motherfucker up.
Right.
He said, well, I gotta throw him out. I said, for what? He said he was Puffy.
Suge and Jake was being escorted out the club by the off-duty officer we always had there moonlighting. Jake comes out, Suge come out, Puff come out. Everybody's outside. A man appeared with one hand behind his back, and he was holding a pistol. He touched Jake with the pistol, and he looked at Suge like this and was shooting Suge's friend like this. He shot him 5 times.
Looking at Suge.
Suge grabbed the hold to Puffy in a chokehold and put him in front of him like this. So he was moving Puffy around like this. In case you shoot him, you're gonna shoot Puffy, you're not gonna shoot me.
Right.
Puff was like, it's gonna be alright, man, it's gonna be alright. Suge said, what you mean it's gonna be alright? He said, tell your mama it's gonna be alright.
Your mama's going.
Tell your kids it's gonna be alright. And then the shooter ran. Ambulance came and took Jake to the hospital. A couple of days later, he died. That's what started the East Coast.
All right, we out of here, bro. So I'm explaining it again. So what he said was, I know you can hear it. Just in case you can't hear, I will. I'm just re-explaining it. Once again, this is Tupac versus. This is P. Diddy versus Tupac versus Suge. So he already had problems with Pac, right? Yo, this is crazy. I'm looking at this camera talking about this shit. It's crazy. Cause listen, cause it makes it make more sense on why Suge got with Pac. You feel me? Oh, this is crazy. Well, basically what they saying is Diddy got shooters. That's what they're basically saying. This whole time, if you're not understanding, Diddy wasn't a killer himself. Diddy had shooters. He paid shooters. His thing was the highest people that shoot. It's a street thing. If you a boss, if you a mob boss, you don't really go do the work yourself. You send shooters. That's why they're like, shoot, I'm a shooter. I'm a shooter. Yeah, you're not really a shooter if you're not being hired. And you know, somebody's like, I got my shooter. I do the work. That kind of thing. I'm not talking about anything that's violent. I'm not trying to say that anybody needs to do that. I'm just telling you that that's what it is. So what they're trying to say is, what he's trying to say is, Diddy had shooters. You know what I'm saying? Um, and then if you keep looking and going through it, it's more. So he basically felt like it was a setup. You feel what I'm saying? You shot his friend. You try to kill Suge. You want to go out with his girl. You was kind of on some outpost. Yo, this is crazy, fam. World's Strongest Hustler. Listen, go to my page and see the outpost stuff. Go check it out. You understand what I mean when I say it's like the outpost stuff. Cause you gotta go watch it. Remember, if you watch this documentary, the girl said in this documentary that when it came to filming stuff, they mentioned to be at the rooftop and he'll put up footage of him having relations with a young lady from the hood that everybody knows, and he'll put it up on the screen at the rooftop, and you'll look up, and it's him getting crazy with some girl that you know from the hood. She might be in the club that night. You know what I'm saying? But they saying that's where he got that style from. So when it comes to what I just heard with the whole having the shooters over the girls and all that other stuff, it just really reminds me of that person. So listen, man, we might have to do a part two or something because I went in for like an hour and change. Listen, man, I hope y'all tapped in. I hope y'all can hear it. I hope y'all heard it. If y'all didn't hear it, we gonna fix up the sound for the next time. World's Strongest Hustler, King Bumpeveli Johnson, Bang Bang 4K TV, Sean Combs The Reckoning, produced by 50 Cent. Um, all together is real good. If it depends on what, it's not like you looking for information. Like, and I don't know Diddy personally. I'm just, my thing is the Pac stuff, the big stuff, the war. You saw the war, like what's going? Because you know what makes it so crazy. It's like, and then oh man, he's talking so crazy that he wasn't scared to talk. You know what else is crazy? If that even with that happening, he was talking to Tupac and Suge crazy on a lot of these tracks. I gotta go listen to them tracks with certain rappers, and you gotta listen. He's talking crazy on them tracks at the end of the songs, through the songs. Like even with you're nobody till somebody kills you. He's talking crazy to Pac. We're talking to you. You know who we talking to. You, just you. Like wildin'. Like don't act like he had a skit when Pac was doing Hit 'Em Up, and he's replaying the skit. And then he's clapping over it, and he said the best actor gave him an award. Yo, he was not playing. All right. Anyway, World's Strongest Hustler, man. The Reckoning, Tupac versus, I mean P. I keep saying it like that. Because Pac is my man. P. Diddy versus Tupac versus Suge Knight. I'm not gonna play no more. I gotta play it short. Go to Netflix. Get that Netflix. Go check it out. Get that subscription. Netflix, you owe me one. I owe me one. World's Strongest. Let's do some numbers. Let's do some numbers. Like and subscribe. This was all natural. This was no horse around, man. Don't try to steal my idea. I know they're gonna steal my idea. Watch. But you seen it here first, man. Know what I'm saying? From my 10 people to 10,000 people, I love y'all. Check out the page, Bang Bang HD 4. Oh, Bang Bang. I keep saying the name. 4K TV. It's a name change. Don't get mad at me, nigga, because I changed the name and I don't remember how to say the name. The fuck out of here. All right, nah, for real. Go check it out, though. I'll see y'all guys later when I come up with something else. Might do a part two, because it's not finished. So I might come back, do a part two of it, because I ain't want to just run it out, so I might do a part two. Hit part one so we can do part two. All right, I'm out of here. World's Strongest Hustler, Bang Bang 4K TV, and that's it, man. Yo, Diddy, did you kill what?